What's good? The universe, the world, and the people. Back at you again today with an update. Just want to talk to you guys about fasting. I'm addicted to talking about this stuff, and I think everybody should be doing it. There's, there's benefits. People don't believe them, they're not eye opening benefits, but you got to understand that when you go through constant years of just eating without thinking, eating without knowing what you put in your body, eating without analyzing what this can do for you. And a lot of people don't understand that we should be eating for longevity, first of all. Second of all, we should be eating for energy. First of all, we should be eating to protect our vessel. And we don't do that on a normal basis. A lot of people, even eating healthy, people aren't getting results because one big thing that I notice is they're eating too full. They're eating every single meal to 100% until they feel full to where they want to roll out their stomach and lay back and do nothing. Don't you think that's kind of like contradicting itself? Like you eating for energy, but you're eating so much that's your stuff, and you can't function and you can't breathe and you gotta take a nap. You know what I mean? So when you eating like that, when you eat to 100%, your body is at max capacity for food. So when you keep it simple, like you don't make it complex. Like there's a whole bunch of names you can throw in here, but when you keep it simple, when you clog up any system, any kind of system, whether it's a computer, a car, um, a tool, a assembly line, you compress it. It will, like, I mean, not compress it, but overload it 100% max capacity. It's not gonna function well too long, plain and simple. And when you're doing that 3 meals a day, every single day, it comes to the fact when your body is just over it's just compact in there. It's packed down. It's like really dense and heavy weight. And that's what I mean by some of the food we eat. And that's how we make our food in the same way, where it's really dense. And eating to 100% and our body has to break all this dense food down, it takes time. But when you eat a whole meal, like the average person, what I was taught, wake up in the morning, eat breakfast until you get, well, what does that mean until you get? Because what I was raised off of was a full plate and extras on the side. That was breakfast. And then you do research, you find out eating 100%, it takes almost 3 to 6 hours to fully break that down. But the society we live in, they got another meal 3 to 4 hours later where you're eating till you're full. Now, lunch, they say you don't have to eat as much, but when you're food addicted, what is eating too much? You know what I mean? And then you eat another, let's say 90%, okay, 80, 90%, you eat till you feel it in your gut. But then you have dinner. You know what I mean? And that's why I get on people like, do you understand when you're filling yourself up, what happens? When you do research, you jump on the research tab and you realize that when you look up the stomach and you look up the large and small intestines and how much they can take and what happens when they take on too much, they're not breaking stuff down at a higher rate. And so you can feel it in your body. Like plain and simple, I feel it in my body. When you sit down and tell other people, they feel it in their body, but they don't want to sit down and be still and listen to their body. And that's what I mean by listening to your body. You gotta sit down and be still. What's going on? What did I just eat in the last 2 days that can have me feeling weak, or have me feeling like a bunch of energy? Because some people don't understand that. What's giving me all this energy? Just feel all good all of a sudden. Maybe you caught on to a pattern that you need to keep doing, or your body's trying to show you what you just ate is what it keeps doing. Because I know a lot of people that try a diet out, try a healthy lifestyle out, and their body will respond in a positive way. But then there's the thing that comes out there when there's their detox, and people get scared and they jump out of it. And it's like, you rather get full off the crap, but you don't even want to push through when the real food is trying to help you. Because you got to realize when you filling up all the time, you're filling up your gut all the time, and you want to keep putting more through it, your body's going to be like, I need to push this to the side, push this to the side. What does that lead to? Love handles hanging over the side. You got your gut hanging over. You can't even see your private parts because your gut is so big. Your legs aren't even moving because they're so big. And it's like, it gets to the point where people are literally walking around every single day with food in their pocket or in their hand or in their bag nearby. Reach, and you're eating till you're full, and then you got snacks on nearby. What sense does that make? What sense does that make? It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. And it gets down to where people don't know what they're doing. They're just stuck in the food addiction lifestyle where they just keep going in cycles and cycles, just filling themselves up and never detoxing. And people are scared of detoxing. I'm at the point where detoxing is my normal schedule. And that's what people should be, especially when you live in a world like we live in, when there's poison on every corner. On every corner. There's a convenience store on every corner. There's a drugstore like Walgreens, CVS on every other block. And what they're selling in there. What they're selling there. 70 to 80% of the stuff in those drugstores is trash. The stuff you can buy without a prescription is trash. It will harm your body, like plain and simple. On the surface skin level and internal. Like, there's some stuff in there you gotta weed through the ruckus, and that's what I'm talking about. They will like put these diamonds in the rough and you gotta weed it up, but they got all this other stuff in there and the advertisement out the yin yang for it. Advertisement like crazy, and then they send you to the hospital. Then, oh, what's wrong with you? Oh, I've been taking this Pepto Bismol for 20 years. What? You've been taking Pepto? Why? Because when I eat too much, it hurts, and you need something to help break it down. Yeah, your stomach's not working, and this Pepto Bismol is so strong it's gonna tear your stomach up. And people don't realize that. They just want to suck into the lifestyle of just eat till you get eat, and just keep eating, walk around a little bit, and come back and eat and get 2 more plates. And it's like, nah, man, you should have some more discipline. 1 plate with a little. I don't even go big portions anymore. I'm more smaller with my fruit. I go big portion. Yes, I'm a fruitaholic. I'm a fruit boy, so I'm gonna eat fruit like crazy. But when it comes to other stuff, I cut it down to little to nothing. Literally, if my old schedule was 3 meals a day for 7 days a week, and now I'm eating 1 meal a day on the regular. That's what I average, 1 meal a day. Because the same days when I eat 2 meals is the exact opposite when I eat no meals. So it averaged out to almost 1 meal a day. And like weekends like this, like last weekend was my daughter's birthday, and we did multiple things, and we had pie and ice cream and all that. And we had some treats. Her birthday is a weekend before Thanksgiving. I mean, not Halloween. So she gets to like have fun in that cesspool, you know what I mean? She's not really a candy holic like my oldest daughter. Like I really let her know by my experience that I got missing teeth in my mouth just because when I was a kid I did not take candy serious. I took it serious. I wanted all the candy, but I didn't take it serious. So I need to brush my teeth twice a day if I'm going to eat this much candy, and not being educated on what it does to your body. Did you know before processed sugar came around, our teeth, people was living to 100 and had all their teeth in their mouth? Now the average person that dies, like literally, I say it might be 4 out of 10 people. 4 out of 10 people that die today don't even have all their original teeth in their mouth. I gotta look that stat up again, but it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that that's happening. That's increasing, and sugar intake is increasing. You know what I mean? Like, it's so many things that the 3 white devils that I call them: white processed sugar, white processed flour, and white processed salt. And you find that in a lot of candy, and you find that in a lot of bread. A lot of people don't talk about how bread can depreciate your teeth just as much as candy. Okay, if you ever got into cooking, you understand how much salt and sugar you got to put in that stuff. It will tear up your body, plain and simple. I didn't want to get too far along. I just want to explain to people how I'm going against eating 3 meals a day, eating to 100%, eating to 80%. I don't even believe, from my information, eating to 70% is good enough, and you shouldn't even eat till you're full. You should keep it light so you can stay light. And I'll get into another video about unexplained that you want to be a light body, light mind, light soul. Not mean physical light, meaning light as in like your light inside of you is shining because you have your energy is cleaner. It's not filtered. It's not, your body doesn't have to filter through all this bullshit. It's on the real stuff, and it's getting that clean energy. And so A lot of people don't understand that. You know what I mean? They think eating just, some people are numb to eating. They just eat whatever they moms or they wives or grandparents put in front of them. Just, oh, this is what I've been eating. Not questioning like, oh, I know that when you get older, your taste buds depreciate. They're not as strong as they was when you was a kid or a teenager in your 20s, especially after you turn 32. After you turn 30, then it's every decade after that. You know what I mean? It's like really dramatic change with your palate. And I got family members where they're telling they can't taste and they're heavily putting salt and stuff. And it's like, yo, this ain't good for us. And then it ain't good that you still the house cook, or even if you want to be the house cook, that you, you're not putting the right portions of stuff in the food. Like you're using the wrong salt, you're putting too much of it in there, and then you're putting too much oil too, and then you're abusing the dairy products. And it's like, wow, like we gotta totally gut the house of this stuff because you don't know how to cook with it. And that's what it comes down to. Like a lot of older people, like even my grandma, like we had to get her off when I was eating meat. She's buying discount meat and it was tearing our stomach up. It was like, yo, you can't do this to us. I understand that when you get older, like you gotta look for cheaper ways to do things, but no, you can't just abuse our bodies like this, buying this cheap meat that's frostbiting like crazy, been sitting in the back. They sprayed it with something to make it look good, so to sell it, so it can make money off the sell. Well, I've been in a grocery store. I've seen how they treat the food and everything. They're not perfect unless OSHA comes through, unless the regulators come through and regulate them. It ain't gonna stay perfect. They just trying to make a profit. And that's why I get to people like they want to out here go out to eat, go here and go there. Yo, these people ain't making food for your health. They're making food for profit. Plain and simple. So get off this train of you need to eat to 100%. You need to go eat everybody else's food because they're doing it for profit. They don't really care. They don't really care. The disappointment is real when you go to a restaurant and like, man, I'm paying for this and this is all y'all can do, or the service is trash. And that energy, you know what I mean? That your aura is around you. And if your aura is toxic, whatever you bring into your aura is gonna be toxic too. And something that's like food that would absorb whatever you put on the plate, it would absorb a little bit of energy. You don't believe in energy? That's cool. My channel is about energy. You know what I mean? And fasting will get you some good ass energy. You know what I mean? We live in an environment where it's 90% toxic and 10% all right. No, I say 8% all right, and then 2% or 3% the good shit. You gotta weed through all of it, and it will build you. It will build you up, making you stronger, but it puts a lot of distrust at the same time in the system, in the environment you live in, and how other people telling you the stuff you believe in ain't real anyway. And it's like, I got my results, and you still struggling. So I'm trying to share. You know what I mean? So it gets to that point. I'm just trying to be real. I'm trying to be as real as I can because it gets down to that point when you're trying to help people and they don't want the help because it's got to change their lifestyle. Well, you don't want the help. You plain and simple, you don't want the help. So it's all love. It's all love, baby. That's all I'm trying to do is trying to spread the love, trying to spread what I feel, and seeking everybody else to get on the train because it's not bad. It's actually great. But make sure y'all subscribe, like, and share this to somebody that needs to be shared to because people need to know about fasting. People don't talk about it. Only thing you hear about these doctors and scientists say is good, but even some of the doctors and scientists are trying to find shortcuts because they're addicted to food too. They'll tell you, I can't live without it. And I'm like, yeah, you can. It's time to be a stronger race, period, all across the board. So make sure you join the gang, tribe, the squad, whatever you want to call it. Like I'm not putting no restrictions on people. I just want to spread the word about fasting. So catch y'all later. Peace.